Good morning and welcome back to my study. I want to look at a particular verse this morning, Colossians 1 verse 16, that seems to be appropriate for the day in which we live. I'm amazed as I look back through my study over the years, how many times going verse by verse through a book of the Bible, that the verse for the day, the passage for the day, seems to be amazingly appropriate for the circumstances I find myself in, the things that have happened, the things that are going on. And that's no different today. Colossians 1 verse 16 says, "For by him all things were created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through him and for him." Now, the point of fact is that all the issues of life and creation are resolved in this verse. The things that we see going on in our nation and in the world, the things that are happening in Israel and in Washington, New York, and San Francisco, or the things that are happening in this house, in this household. I've been battling some health issues that aren't over yet, but God is at work, and I am going to trust him for that. But in this verse, Jesus Christ, it states clearly that Jesus created all things that exist. The physical universe, the things that we can see, the spiritual universe, that host of angels and beings that are only mentioned in Scripture, gives us no real description of who and what they are. But it says that Christ created them, and they're all for his purpose and in his time. Now, for those of us who are overwhelmed by events and circumstances, and we can feel that, we look around and say, my father and grandfather would have gone out of their minds with this kind of craziness. But that's not the case. And those who are bewildered by the seemingly irresistible power of the evil one, the Lord has given us a promise. In Romans chapter 8, verse 28, the scripture says, "All things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose." You see, in a world that seems to be in collapse, and it is coming down around us, whether physically or politically or culturally, all these things, we have the promise that Christ is at work. He's doing all this for his own purpose. And the reality is that he's not finished yet. There's more to come. We'll trust him for today, and we'll trust him for tomorrow, and we will see his hand at work. Guaranteed. Thank you. If you appreciate what I've said in this format, please click the like button and subscribe. I welcome any comments or questions you may have. Thank you. Good day.